Allah begins creation, all creation, example human from one soul, then repeated. Only Allah continues cycle of life, example human offspring from the same soul, then to Him will be returned. They all creation will be individually returned after death. And the day the hour rise, means doomsday, will silence the criminals, all criminal disbelievers, and there will not be for them among their partners intercessors, no help from their false gods, and they, the criminal disbeliever, will be their partners disbelievers. And the day the hour is established, that day they will be separated, believers and disbelievers. As for those who believed and did righteous, they will be in meadow delighting. As for those who disbelieve and denied our signs and the meeting of the hereafter, those into torment will be brought. So glory to Allah when you go into the night and when you become in the morning. No known laws apply to Allah, exceptional in Himself, transcendent in His attributes, transcendent in His action, does what He wants. If we find a common characteristic between creation and God, we understand it's in a frame of work of nothing like Him. So glory to Allah when you follow Allah's law into the night. Glory to Allah when you become by Allah's will in the morning. Example, God's blessing on you when He takes your spirit at sleep and then He returns it back to you when you awake. It's like resurrection after death. And to Him the praises in the heavens and the earth, and the nights and when you are nooning. Praises to Him at all times, whether sleep, which is a form of death, or in the daytimes, the time of movement and life. Death and resurrection are represented by sleep and awakening from it. Sleep and awake is a daily visible process, so take them as a form and evidence of resurrection after death. Bring the living from the dead, create life from nothing. And bring the dead from the living, take the soul from the living to die. And revive the earth after its death. As you visibly can see, He revives the dry, dead earth, example when it rains. And like this, you are brought out. Like that, you will be resurrected. Whoever denied the resurrection, let him look at the process of reviving the dry, dead earth with plants. Among His signs that He created you from soil. First human, Adam, from soil, dust and water. Then you are humans spreading. As you can see, the offspring of Adam and Eve are reproducing and spreading. And among His signs that He created from yourself pairs, human type, males and females, to tranquil in it, male and female, to find balance and tranquility among each other based on their creation and ability. Masculinity and femininity are two complementary necessity, like the complementary of night and day. Each has its necessary task, night for rest and day for working. And place between you affection and mercy, a much needed attribute to balance and help coexist the male and female when they're young and when they grow old. In that are signs for people who reflects. Among His signs, the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the differences of your tongues, unique tongue imprint like unique fingerprints, and your colors. These are signs for the knowledgeable, those who search not just stop at appearance, but probe to find meanings and reasons. Example, human characteristic, fingerprints, sound, color, etc. must be distinguished in order to be able to determine responsibility in this world. And among His signs, your sleep by night and day, and your seeking of His bounty. These are signs for people who listen. And among His signs, He shows you lightning for fear and aspiration, and send down from the sky water to revive with it the land after its death. In those signs for people who reasons. And among His signs, that the heaven and the earth remain by His command. They obey and remains intact without deviation in total discipline and precision. Then when He calls you, a call from the earth, then you will come forth. First call from the heavens, all living will die. Second call, all will resurrect and come forward for judgment. And to Him what in the heavens and the earth, all to Him is obedient. All will obey Allah ultimately. But that free will choice that humans have will be removed on Judgment Day. In this life, we are all submissive to Allah, either out of choice to submit or out of subjugations in matter in which we have no choices, example, sickness and death. Allah gave us free will to choose to believe or disbelieve in Him. Believers receive Allah's decree and destiny willingly and try to make their choices within Allah's path, leaving and accepting the results up to Allah. Disbeliever receives Allah's decree and destiny with dissatisfaction and ungratefulness, following their egos and own path. Ultimately, Allah will allow all humans free will choice decision to manifest or not, and Allah knows best.